Okay.
But yeah. How was your weekend?
Very good, because it's always a good weekend when the team I support wins.
Facts.
And
Facts.
I was just thinking about this before the pod. Like, I spent probably in the past week finally seeing my team win a game again. I've probably never in my whole football fan career appreciated a win more than I have it this past week.
And especially given the whole context around it with like the Salah thing, Salah versus Slot, that whole situation, and with what happened after that as well, Jamie Carragher, and then the Inter game, to have those two back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets, I think it's very important, because it could have gone way worse.
It could spiraled into more out of control headlines as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
that's the last thing you want. But for out of control headlines, guys, welcome back to the Shin Pad Podcast. I'm your host, Abs, here with my boy Will. As always, Alvin's on the way late. As always, you guys don't know this. Yeah, I'm gonna air him out right now. You guys don't know this, but Alvin is late every time. Every pod he is late. I think we're gonna start putting in a fine system. Yeah. Every time he's late, give us £1, we'll be millionaires by the end of the season. On a real note, guys, welcome back. Listen, if you're looking at this, please subscribe. I think we just hit 50 subscribers, which is fantastic, which is brilliant. I swear to God, that's some of the best news I heard this week. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of that. And we're looking to push on to 100. Yeah, so guys, if you're watching this right now, please subscribe. If it's your first time watching it, please subscribe. Please like, rate, comment, do all of that stuff. It's a quick 5-minute job, and yeah, it helps us out a lot. But yeah, man, other than that, thank you guys for all the love, and we're going to be breaking down this weekend's action.
Yes, that's right.
Before that, Will, what's in your Shin Pad this week?
Well, I've been looking forward to this one because I wanted to do a continuation of last week.
Nice.
Like a nice follow-up, almost like a nice update. So last week, for those of you that watched, if you don't remember, I brought out my set of wireless earphones.
Yeah.
Because I've been complaining that one of them in particular always finishes very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I think I even used it again earlier today, and within like barely half an hour of having it on, and again, just getting that battery low in my ear, it's just like, so annoying.
Yeah,
but luckily for me, I did take the advice that I was given on the pod last time, and I did invest in some nicer earphones.
Wow, you got a Beats.
Well, Beats, actually. I think I took note of one of you guys.
It was me, I had the Beats. Yeah.
So I don't think this exact one.
Flow in, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was talking about his Shin Pad. You know, you haven't missed much at all.
Okay.
He's got a new case. He's got a new...
I took the advice.
Yeah.
And this was a bargain because I got this from, I'll be honest, I got this from August. I think I got nearly half price.
Wow.
Well, just random one. I just walked into the store. Like,
that's brilliant, bro.
Now, today.
Yeah.
And literally, I was like nearly half price. I was like,
that's
wow,
fantastic,
awesome.
Bro.
So I just saw it. I was like,
that's a lost art to being in store, because you get certain things in store that you won't get online. Like, especially if they've got like a certain stock of things at the minute and they're trying to get rid of those things. Oh yeah, shit. It's very smart actually.
I would not into the void.
Yeah, I didn't deep it. Yeah. Hey, great awareness there, because my head's on Mars, bruv. But yeah. Bro, that's brilliant news, man. And it's a great colour as well. I like the colour on that. Lilac.
I saw the black one and I was like, I took to it immediately. So it took me like few times going back and forth. I was like, I'll get one that's a bit more obscure.
Exactly. Yeah. I like the colour, man.
I like that.
I've got the black one, but it's just whatever, innit? Yeah, man. I'd prefer it if I had that one that was coloured, to be honest.
For you.
Well, I gotta say,
but in hindsight, I guess.
Yeah, same way I like my women coloured. If you know me, you know that's a lie, by the way. I'm baiting myself out like this, bro. But yeah, man, that's brilliant. In your Shin Pad, that's fantastic.
So thanks to you guys and everyone that said, go and get the new earphones there. So I appreciate everyone saying that.
Yeah, it's the first time I think we've had an iOS update on the Shin Pad, actually. You've updated the Shin Pad with previous, you know what I mean? It's gone up.
Exactly.
Next generation Shin Pad.
Canonically, we've actually...
Sick one. Facts. What's in your Shin Pad, bro?
Yeah, my one's actually not football related, but it's actually funny because I was at a cafe not too long ago, I think 2 days ago actually. I was actually watching it was an early kickoff on Saturday. It was Norwich against Southampton. Actually.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to catch
Championship,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, I was in a cafe and I started like during halftime. I noticed that the Christmas jingles were playing over the radio.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I actually deeped. I'm ready. I'm feeling very festive this year. You know.
Really?
Like
you know what? Yeah, I'm not Christian.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling festive too.
Yeah.
I'm really getting into the fact that because I love it. Like this time of year, I get time off of work and it's like a nice time to spend with family. The lights and the whole allure of it, bro. I agree with you. You know, I'm feeling that as well. I can't lie. 100%. But carry on, Zoro. I didn't mean to
it's fine.
interject.
It's cool. And I was just like immersing myself in the Christmas experience. And like I remember, like I was leaving, and I was I put on Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh, nice.
I was like, this is real.
It
music.
is.
Like,
It is, isn't it? When you
can
hear
feel
it, it's nice.
Exactly, literally, and it's just like it's very nice like, how a whole period of time in a year can just be a time, like you said, relaxation, like lights. It's just like literally like a whole different atmosphere.
It is.
Yeah, normally I'd be like dreading it and whatnot, but I guess I was just an edgy teen or whatnot. But I feel like now, yeah, like I'm here for it.
Proper. That's good, bro. That's good to hear, man. Yeah.
So underrated.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I gotta say.
That stuff smells, man. It smells very like what's the word? Fragrant.
Yeah, it's quite accurate.
But yeah, no, man, sick. What's in my Shin Pad today? In my Shin Pad, I've got a seatbelt because of my mishap earlier today. Got in the car, just wasn't going for me, so I had to get on the tube today, which was all good. To be fair, I love the tube. I think it's a brilliant feat of engineering magnificence. However, walking around in Wood Green, it's not the one, Mav. It's not the
You
one.
didn't appreciate all the lights and the big festive tree.
There was no lights, no festivities. I didn't notice any of that. I just saw a bunch of NPCs walking around looking weird, looking disheveled. So I just thought, you know what, yeah, I've never walked through this. I said to him before we started. Yeah. I've walked through like Wood Green, I've driven through, but I've never walked through Wood Green. Like it's been so long since we was in sixth form, like 7-8 years ago. Yeah. So yeah, man, it felt very strange, felt very different, but I made it here at least, alive in one piece. But yeah. That's it for us in our Shin Pad at the minute. What's in our Shin Pad? We're going to move on to our first game of the week. The first game on the running of the Premier League as well. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
Yes.
Did you guys manage to watch the game?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Scoreline didn't quite match performance, I felt like.
Very interesting. Very scoreline didn't match performance as well. Very interesting performance in general from Chelsea. We'll say Cole Palmer started for the first time in a long time in the Premier League. The guy's special, man. He just reminds you of the player that he is. Not only in his goal, but in the link up, in coming, getting the ball in that. 'Cause he does these little touches, that I don't see other players do. In terms of like his first touch, if he knows someone's near him, he'll touch the ball out to like somewhere far and then run after it. And it's the maddest touch. There's a compilation of his touch somewhere, but it's the craziest touch where it just sends people because he does like a little shoulder drop and then bang this. He's such a good player, man. The passes he's making and for his goal, which was our first goal in the game. Did you see what he did? He's on the right hand side. Fofana's coming forward with the ball. He says to Fofana, look, points at Malo Gusto. He says, get the ball to Gusto. And as soon as Gusto gets the ball, he makes that run. And he made that run inside from right to left. Perfect weight on the pass for Malo Gusto, who had a fantastic game, in my opinion. One of the first games in a while that I feel like he's had a great game. And the Palmer finish was what he does. It's cold, ice cold finish, man. Drop the keeper. Yeah. Beautiful. And then, man, back in business. But Gusto is what I'd say was my man of the match. He looked a man possessed today or over the weekend, mate, because he's been adapting to that midfield sort of 10 position that Maresca likes to play him in. He doesn't play him high wide like Pochettino did when he first came to the league. I don't know if you remember when Reece James was injured and we had Malo Gusto, a lot of people were saying this could be one of the best right backs in the league. The way he was playing, the assists that he was getting, and the positions he was getting in high wide, defensively, the way he was locking down opponents as well. So I think this was a big coming of age moment for Malo Gusto. He's still very young, 21 years old.
Oh wow!
As a right back, like he's been in the Prem for a couple of years now. People were just thinking like he's 21, man. That's so young. And we've got that right back position sorted, even with Reece James, without Reece James. Reece was in the middle again today. No Caicedo, obviously, with Enzo still. which I feel like this was our weakest point. And again, Everton were very unlucky to not, capitalise on that. Because very early on in the game, Dewsbury Hall goes down injured, which I feel like changed a lot, especially because the coach goes on to bring on Alcaraz, who I don't think is and Alcaraz as well went on to make a couple of mistakes. Didn't really manage to get his imprint on the game. I feel like someone like Iringenbaum, you know that guy, Iringenbaum. I don't know how to say his name, bruv.
That's the best I've heard it, to be fair.
Yeah, Ingram from One Piece, bruv. But yeah, Ingelbaum, I feel like he's more of like a player that you bring in if you're away from home. Maybe Moisey didn't crack that one quite well, but either way, Everton were very intentful the way they were playing. They didn't come to sit back. Which again, that's what Chelsea struggled against. If David Moyes really wanted to get a result, if I was him, set up with a 5-back for straight Chelsea, you'll get chances 100%. But they didn't. They came set up with a 4. They tried to play. They made a lot of chances. Grealish should have put a couple away. Ndiaye hit the post.
Quality bit of business.
Unbelievable bit of play down that left side, man. He's so good. Rob Sanchez again, another fantastic performance from him to make those saves when he needs to, command in the box. And I saw a lot of people online after the bit of bad run of form that we had, where we lost to Atlanta as well midweek, especially the Atlanta game. I saw a lot of people criticising Sanchez unfairly, in my opinion. I thought he was good in that Atlanta game, and especially when the players built up so much goodwill, the amount of how his performances have been so good for such a long period of time. People starting to forget already. And they're talking about Chelsea won't be able to do with this goalkeeper. It's just a very safe line. I hate when people go to that line because it's so safe. Find someone else to use as your scapegoat. There's many other guys in this team. Enzo Fernandez for one, absolutely abysmal for the last. I can't remember when the last time he had a good game was.
Honestly, we gotta say, there was one incident where Gana Gay had passed the ball right in front of him as they turn back, goes round him, jets off in front of him as the ball's being played, and only just as Gana Gay receives the ball, Enzo starts to make his run to get backwards. And when I saw it, I was like,
so poor.
That was atrocious.
So poor, and it's kind of lazy. It's either it's on him or it's on the coach, because at this moment in time, Maresca, who had some things to say after the game, by the way, we'll get into that. Don't worry, I've got a lot to say back to that. Piece of shit. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez, man, he needs to get it together ASAP. Caicedo's come out of the team. You have to step up. Caicedo was already dragging you through the mud. You have to step up and show why you're the vice captain of this club. I don't know who made him vice captain, what he does behind the scenes, what sort of screaming and shouting he does, because on the pitch, he doesn't show any sort of leadership whatsoever. Loose balls, loose touches. He doesn't even look like he's fit. Why is he playing Enzo Maresca? You've got Andre Santos there, more than capable understudy. And if he doesn't play, go get a kid from the academy. I don't care. Get Reggie Walsh, get him on the pitch. They'll show more heart and desire. Get across the pitch better. We're playing with 10 men in that game. It's unacceptable from Enzo Fernandez. It's unacceptable to play that way. I'm sorry. But Enzo Maresca, you can't continue to play him. After the game as well, he comes out and talks to the press, Enzo Maresca. He says the last 48 hours, he's talking about the lead up to the game and after the Atlanta game.
Right.
After the Atlanta and the Leeds. Was it the Leeds result that we had before that? We lost 2 in a row, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so after the Atlanta and Leeds results, he sits down in front of the press. Giddy, because he's just won a game, unrightfully, by the way. Everton, if they put away one of those goals, it's going to be a lot much more of a tighter game, in my opinion. Everton were very wasteful, He comes in acting like he's just done the madness, like he's just won the Champions League or something. And he says, the last 48 hours were the worst 48 hours that I've experienced at this club. A lot of people here don't believe in me, And I know who he's talking about. He's talking about the board. He's talking about the board. He's talking about the higher-ups and all of that. What have you shown them for them to believe in you? What have we seen this season, Maresca, for them to believe in you? No, on actual level, tell me. What do you think it is that you've seen this season for them to believe in you? Or for them not to criticise you? Or for them not to question what you're doing? Have you won a Champions League at Chelsea? Have you won a Premier League at Chelsea? Have you taken us to the FA Cup even? You won the Club World Cup just in the summer. A fantastic individual performance from Cole Palmer, by the way. Who was involved in every single one of those goals and even stated that I was tired of passing it sideways and backwards, and I just thought, let me go ahead and take the game.
Tactically, I thought that was Maresca's best game.
No, tactically it was a great game for him to set up. Yeah, 100%. But in terms of the goals, you don't get those goals if you don't have a Cole Palmer on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The two finishes, unbelievably fantastic finishes, and he set up in a way where it suited us. When we play against teams that are going to come up against us, it's a lot easier to play. Do you know why? Because we've got a great goalkeeper who can distribute, and Malo Gusto, who's a willing runner. So we just hit it long over. It wasn't rocket science what we did against PSG. It was a great tactical performance. Don't get it twisted, but it wasn't rocket science. They had a very high line. They were pressing up against us. Hit the ball over them, they're going to have troubles. Nuno Mendes, we hit the ball over him all day long because we know he's not as defensively secure as maybe a Hakimi is, right? So just knock the ball over him all day long. You'll get change out of him. Gusto picks up the balls, plays it into Palmer, and that's where the individual brilliance comes into play. The way he drops a player, pulls it in on his left, and that finish into the bottom corner. 2 perfect, low-driven finishes into the bottom corner, yeah?
Honestly.
Listen, at the end of the day, Maresca did have a great game. 100%. That game, fantastic. But since then, with the lower teams and 5-backs especially, he's clueless. Atalanta, 5-back. Leeds, 5-back. I can say this. I've been saying this since last season. And I've been saying this since early parts of this season as well here. You just want to win against Chelsea, play a 5-back, be pragmatic, and be physical. And you'll be able to beat this Chelsea side. I'm telling you that right now. But Maresca, after the game, his comments, yeah, and the way he was talking was as if to say he's done the madness and they have to believe in him and they have to... You've come in, you've done a decent job. You were lucky to have players like Cole Palmer, Caicedo, who have already developed before you came, yeah? And the board gave you players around that to add into. When he first came as well, he sent guys to the gulag. He sent Chalobah to the gulag. Remember?
Yeah.
And now where's
I remember.
Chalobah? He's our best defender right now, isn't he? So, like, at the end of the day, Maresca, I'm sorry, you don't deserve anything. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm gonna keep it frank. You don't deserve zilch. You have to prove yourself to the Chelsea board. Still, you didn't come from anywhere where you had a CV already. You was assistant with Guardiola, mate. Yeah, that's not the main man.
Ooh.
You was at Leicester. You won the championship at Leicester. Cool, fair enough. Lampard's about to win it with Coventry right now. So what? Is he gonna be a top manager then? We have to bring him to the Chelsea now. Come on, man. Let's be totally honest. Let's be frank, yeah? And I don't like the way he was talking. I get it if you want to criticize the board, but don't speak as if to say you've done anything, mate, because you haven't done shit. That's the facts of the matter. I didn't like the way he spoke after the game. Yeah, and he doubled down on it. Today's press conference. He doubled down and he was like, I've got nothing more to say. Like, bro, cool. Whatever.
Is that doubling down?
He doubled down on it. He said, I said what I said. I can speak it in English, Italian, French, whatever you want me to say. It doesn't matter what the language is. I swear to God. He doubled down on it and was like, it's done wherever it is. I said what I said. Don't ask me about this no more. Maybe it's not doubling down, but he reinforced it.
Do you think he's saying that from a place of like
frustration?
Yeah, and there's a sense of like he wants to secure his position as the manager.
Yeah, I get that. But also, I don't think he understands that it's been him that has caused the majority of defeat so far this season. That Atalanta game, have you ever seen a coach single-handedly throw away a game like that ever in your life? The substitutions, I don't even want to get into it because we won a game. It sounds like we've lost, but to be honest, like the performance wasn't great at all. And I'm saying it again, the system is so rigid. Bro, like it doesn't even take any tactical expert to see how rigid the system is, yeah? And how our wingers, like, people try and scapegoat our wingers and say, look, these guys are Garnetto and all of this stuff, evil twins and all of that. Bro, at the end of the day, they've got no help. They're there by themselves on the wings, so isolated, so far away from play.
I've actually quite liked Neto this season too.
Neto's been all right in terms of his output, but in terms of when he gets 1v1, it's never 1v1 because it's always 2v1. Yeah. He's got somebody else next to him. So what I'd like to see is Malo Gusto make a little overlap run, drag one of those guys away. But we never do that. Why? Because Maresca said before in a press conference, I don't like my fullbacks up and down.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, that's it anyways. I don't want to talk too much about Chelsea, Everton. Good 3 points. And we've been churning out clean sheets, even though they've been what I call scam sheets. Slightly dirty sheets is what I'd call it more than anything. Crunkled sheets, wrinkled sheets. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's 2-star hotel clean sheet. It's not the 5-star clean sheets that Arsenal get, where it's point 0-1 XG conceded. You know what I mean? But the guys don't even create a chance, let alone score a goal, bro. Like Everton should have scored by far, a couple goals, maybe even. So it would have been a very different game. However, 3 points on the board. We move on. It's going to be a very tough couple of games now coming up. We've got Villa away, then we've got Newcastle away, then we've got Bournemouth at home, and then we've got City away. So that's 4 very tough fixtures, yeah.
But Bournemouth again so soon?
Bournemouth again, yeah, because it's a bit of a weird one. I think that's the week where people repeat the same fixtures from that week before.
Oh, okay.
We play Bournemouth again before we even play City for the first time, which is a bit of a weird one. But yeah, so big 4 games for him. In my opinion, you come away with anything less than 9 points, you can't carry on as the Chelsea. That's harsh. I hear it. 9 points is harsh.
I've got to say, man, like, there's something about Maresca for me that I like. I like his man management. And I also feel like something he doesn't get credit for, maybe he does get credit for in some circles, is the players who were considered injury prone that, you know, forget about ever seeing them play. You've got likes of Reece James recently. I think he's just completed 3 90-minute games for the first time since maybe 2021. Something like that. And you've got and I think there's another player in your team who's just done. Oh no! I think
it's just Reece.
Maybe just Reece. And I think somebody else, maybe Ben White for Arsenal, done similar.
It's Ben White, but he came off injured himself, so we'll get into that, to be fair, because I've got issues with that. I had some problems with my FPL this week, and that was one of them. But yeah, no, actually, that's a good segue. Moving into our next game, Chelsea 2, Everton 0, that was the wrap up there. Moving into our next game, Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. Yikes.
Yeah.
That was a mad one. That was a mad one, to the point where I was celebrating in the chat when they got their equalizer, because I thought, 89th minute, whatever it was, I was
with
like,
the way the game was going.
Yeah, exactly. The way the game was going, everything. I was like, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Like, City are going to be level of points with you, man. Wrap it up. Or actually, they might have been.
They would have been 2 points away.
They would have been 2 points behind you if they won.
If we drew,
if you drew, that was it.
Yeah.
Bro, yikes. Go on, take us through it, man.
Even my spirit doesn't feel right talking about this. I had to let out a cough there. But, Jesus Christ!
Wow.
You know what's funny? So I messaged my boy, Vizzy. I literally said, this smells like a Wolves dagger.
Yeah, he was saying. He told me, actually. I was on the phone with him. Yeah.
I was like, the way we're playing, we're giving them so many sniffs at us. This is the worst team in the league. 2 points.
Historically.
Yeah, one of the worst teams in history.
No, trust me. And we had the one chance to get them out. Literally, I was fuming. So when obviously they equalized. No, in fact, fair enough. We go back to when he scored our corner. When he scored, I was like, okay, fair enough, set piece, whatever. But the fact it took us this long, we had so many chances as well.
Did you score the corner?
Again,
it's
an old goal for sure. It
almost bent in, to be fair. Yeah. It's actually so peak. I feel so bad for Johnston.
He made a great save as well.
That's a great save, yeah. He tipped it onto the he made a great save to get the corner.
Yeah.
Then he made a fantastic save from the corner to tip it onto the post.
And then for it to hit back.
Bounce off and hit the back of your head, yeah. Bro, that's pain.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of discourse over Twitter over whether or not the FPL assist should be given to Saka.
Yes,
and he got it. He got it in the end, which is mental. I was happy with that because I had him captain, but yeah, bro, like madness, isn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously, told you I don't know how to say his last name. Apologies, but I remember watching him for Ivory Coast as well. Actually,
he scored against us early this season, man.
Yeah.
In the League Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. When they almost came back, he scored against
proper target,
us,
man. So like when he scores, I'm like, here we are again. 24-25 Arsenal. I was ready to accept, you know what? See, fair enough, innit? See, always behind us in the title race. We always shit our pants. So excuse my French. But it's just like, honestly, it was just terrible. So I was ready to accept the corn. Obviously, in the group chat, someone was laughing at us saying Wolves at home. And then Jesus resurrected. I know it wasn't his goal, but
he was stood
his
there.
movement, exactly. He was there. The ball just went in off Mascara, but
it was very what's the word? Divine intervention.
Exactly. But I think one thing that annoyed me, because I kind of relate more to Arteta and Rice and how they felt after the game, because everyone was happy that they conceded, but you could tell Rice was annoyed with the performance. And Arteta in the press conference went in on everyone.
Yeah.
He literally went in on Nelly straight away. Like Martinelli, he didn't hold back. He was like, when you have 2 chances, you have to head the ball in from 10 yards, from less than 10 yards. You're telling me you can't put that in.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Arteta's being harsh. He's like, no, this is the worst team in the league.
It is.
If we want to win a title,
And
we
you
have
know
to
what
put
was-
these teams to sleep.
You know what was a bit shocking as well? They had
Yeah.
a couple of chances as well. It wasn't even just like it was just
Hwang had a
that.
chance as well, I think. But he
Hwang
took an
early
extra
on.
chance,
Yeah,
extra touch, and
man.
then
Oh my
He
God.
ran out
scuffed
of
it.
gas.
Exactly.
Ran
Oh,
out
you
of
got to
gas.
just let those one off, you know?
Literally.
You know why? Because it's a corner.
Yeah.
Get on target. You can maybe score, firstly. The keeper might fumble it. It drops back to someone. You can get a corner. Or you take that long, yeah, and you've got the pace on the recovery of Nketiah
Exactly.
and these sort of guys. It's
Yeah.
tough, man.
Timber, like ran him down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I got to be honest, though, there was a part of me that felt like, and I didn't notice it the first time, but on the
Mm-hmm.
replay, I did feel like he slowed down to steady himself for the shot.
Yeah,
which
exactly. Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, if you're playing power league with your mates, I get it, but when you're a Premier League footballer,
Yeah, in the
it's
Premier,
true.
there's no time.
Yeah,
you, have to
exactly.
you have to figure out a way to hit this at almost full pelt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's which is an art that Semenyo's mastered. I feel like just a complete separate point. But him,
Quick shot.
when he's running in on goal, he's got that snap bang where he could just hit it at full pelt when he's running as well. It's,
If it was
it's
like a
crazy
Strand
art.
Larson, he would have just left.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those ones. But yeah,
yeah.
man, that was a madness, bro. And then I can't even lie. With me in this game, yeah, my thinking was if you've got Saliba came back for this game, right?
Yeah.
You've got Nketiah, fair enough. White, and then Timber was playing on the left.
Yeah.
Which I'm never a fan of players right-footed playing on the left-hand side or of the defense or wherever it was, or was it Timber in the midfield?
I think Nketiah played left back.
Played left
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
yeah.
Which makes more sense, yeah. But again, Nketiah as your left back compared to Calafiori, who pops up in a lot of attacking positions,
Exactly.
Nketiah doesn't have the capabilities to be doing that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So maybe it's Ben White who goes up and does it on the opposite side. But when you have two of them in and around the box, like you had Timber and Calafiori previously in and around the box, that's what you need against teams that are going to be sitting a lot more.
Exactly.
Wolves were sitting. You need that. Again, you look at the team sheet. What's the DM's name? I keep forgetting his name, bruv. Zubimendi.
Oh, yeah.
Martin Zubimendi, you've got a deep lying defensive midfielder against a team that you don't need to defend against. Very rarely, if you're going to defend, it's your centre backs that are just running back, to be
Yeah.
fair. You don't need a DM for it. I don't think I saw him make one challenge.
Yeah, it was a bit lost in that game, and you can tell by his reaction when he got subbed off. He
Yeah.
wasn't happy with himself.
No, it's not a great
But-
game for him. But
yeah.
in that same vein, yeah, it makes you question. There was no need for him to play, and I also thought in this type of game, you guys should do what you did in the Champions League, where you played no guard, but not us. It doesn't have to be no guard. You play the midfielder at your defense,
yeah.
right? Because you're playing against Bruges. They're gonna defend. You're gonna have the ball all the time.
Yeah,
It makes sense to utilize that midfield in that way.
exactly.
I thought if you used Declan Rice as that centre back, they would have probably gotten a lot more out of the game in terms of you're just holding the ball. So the guy who's going to be holding the ball a lot of the time is going to be your centre back. Why not have Rice there instead and utilize him from that position and have more attacking players in those higher positions up the pitch who can finish the ball?
I do like that train of thought, to be honest.
Yeah. It's one of those things where if he's already utilised it, he made me realise it when he put in Norgard there. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and he had a
bro,
great game as well.
Rice would be fantastic there, in my opinion, because he was a centre-back growing up.
Yeah.
He played West Ham, centre-back a lot, DM. Now he's playing as an 8, which is evolving, but I feel like he can still do all those other jobs as well to a high level, especially when you're playing against a team that's going to be sitting so deep. So Arteta, in terms of that ability to be pragmatic and front-footed and look for ways of winning games and little small things, ways to get advantages and to overload the box and to put... It's just like, instead of all of that, you guys just want to hold it a bit, put it wide and balls into the box, which again, you got your goals from crosses, 2 crosses, and Saka is probably the best crosser of the ball in the world in terms of like that whip from right in swinging. Bro, he does that every week in, week out. It's a dangerous situation. How many assists this season? I know that won't count as assists because it's an own goal, but this season, how many assists has he had from just whipping that ball? He got that the first one when he came back against Chelsea, that whip to Marino.
Yeah, great
Yeah, that
cross.
was
Spot on cross. Like, and I don't think we conceded in that game if it's not for Saka putting in a ball like that, mate, because he's so good. And then yeah, man, like that's why I'm like, it's so sort of one dimensional. And and you've got a guy up top who's a -1 player. Who I said this before the season started as well. I didn't rate the guy. He is a -1 in these games. If you're playing up against guys who are sitting deep, you need somebody. Like, I get it. The physical presence is if you're battling in that mid block.
Yeah.
But when you're in the box, I don't think you really need a physical presence like him. Or maybe a physical presence who can link up play as well, bro. Because the guy gets the ball and there's zero else that happens when he gets the ball, man. The ball goes to him and dies. I swear, I'm being honest.
I think, you know what? I think, in terms of, it goes back to Arteta as well.
Is that harsh? Is that harsh?
I don't think it's harsh. I think, like he said, I think Arteta initially said that when he gets Gyökeres and he wants to experiment with him, Havertz and Jesus, they're all going to get like, it's not just going to be Gyökeres. It's going to experiment around.
Yeah.
And I think I even saw somewhere like when Havertz comes back, I think he wants to experiment playing them both together.
Yeah, but let me say this one thing.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans have seemed to got some sort of amnesia recently where Havertz is all of a sudden the answer.
No, I'm not saying it's the answer.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying you're saying he is. But I'm seeing a lot of men say that he is.
It's
and
dark,
I'm like,
but
you guys don't remember where you was last year.
There's a reason why we went for Gyökeres in the first place.
Exactly. There's a reason why Gyökeres is here.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like
because
his
you were
stocks have
frustrated
gone
with
back up.
Havertz.
The
whole time he's been injured. I feel like people just talk about him so well, like,
Like he's the answer, isn't it?
Yeah, like, look at this Arsenal team, and we don't even have Havertz.
I think it's just
yet.
Stockholm syndrome. I genuinely
It
think
is, isn't it? Because the guy's
he's been gone
dead.
for so long, you just forget. Like,
You know what I mean? Okay, I'm not. You know what? Yeah, Havertz. Yeah, looking at Gyökeres, Havertz is a better
technically 100%
forward than Gyökeres,
yeah.
which isn't saying much. But bro, at the end of the day, like that's a game where Wolves, bro. I was thinking 5-6-0, man.
easily
5-6-0, and it just showed in terms of the tactics and the setup. I feel like let you guys down. Like the players on the pitch, it wasn't like you guys created a tumultuous amount of chances to the point where it was like, wow, how did we not finish that? It wasn't like that. You guys created few and far between. Actually, like you had the Gabriel Martinelli chances, and then apart from that, I don't remember Gyökeres having a chance.
He had a few, like when Saka whipped it in, and I think it was too late to get to the
Exactly,
end of it,
but it's not like he's there and he's shot and it's gone wide or it's gone here. It's got. Wolves did really well to limit you guys.
Yeah, it was
to be
actually
honest.
scary.
And from a team that you think are basically gone,
they still had a lot of fight in them.
1 point. 1 point, 1 point. This team's got 1 point. 16 games.
Stop.
Is it 2 points? Is it 1
points.
point?
Anyway, like
They're probably the only winless team in the whole country.
Bro, yeah, exactly. So, and to be fair, it says a lot about whatever two teams drew to them. I know one's Tottenham, dead team.
I need to say this before we start. Arteta, start Trossard from now on.
Yeah,
please.
man. Yeah,
He's at the prime of his life. This is the wrong time to be benching him.
Bro, that's
Oh,
actually
you know
mad,
that.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
surprised Martinez.
He already came
Yeah.
on. Do you know how many chances he was creating for Gyökeres and everyone in that attack?
Yeah, and he's a player who has that ability to shoot from the outside of the box and
He's
to
probably
whip.
one of our best finishers in the squad.
Which I was speaking to Will about before the game started. Before we started speaking. When's the last time you seen Arsenal score like crashes?
The last one probably against Sunderland. And Trossard was like,
Trossard, exactly, where he put that one
Okay.
there. True, yeah, there was that
Okay.
banger. But then, exactly. So when he's not in the team, you don't see it a lot. Like Zubimendi had that one against Burnley. Do you know what I mean? Against Forest, where it was like half volley. But even then, like Arsenal don't really take those pot shots from outside of the box, man. Those shots where the team's sitting in, just pepper them. Like exactly, he took one from that side. So it's just like, you know what, you don't see that a lot. Maybe it's the coach trying to, again, what I was saying, very low risk, very anti risk, very like assured. Like set pieces are probably the most assured way you can get of scoring without it being a penalty, if you know what I mean. Like you can routine it so that you can say, oh, we'll score from this 67% of the time. Basically, if you can get it to that level where it's, and I rate it 100%, I think it's a very high level of coaching. But when you're just relying on that, you're going to struggle in certain games where a team can maybe nullify that aspect, which is very hard to nullify. But if they do, as we saw in a couple of games where they've dropped points, Sunderland, Chelsea, where that set piece was nullified to a certain extent,
Yes.
they struggled to create chances and to score, which I think for champions elect, for the team that want to be pushing to go for that title, it's not enough. Because we're seeing teams already now, like City, who have multiple routes to scoring.
Yeah.
Like multiple. Even against teams that are staunch defensively as well.
Up until recently, I don't feel like that was actually even the case for City.
It wasn't, but they developed
So-
into it. Exactly.
but
They
what-
developed
they
into it
adapted,
earlier on
yeah.
quicker than Arsenal have, which is, again, should be a very scary sign
for Arsenal looking at it. What do you feel like now? I know the result is a positive one, so it keeps you guys going. But in terms of from here going forward, how are you feeling?
You know,
Compared to how you was feeling maybe a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, I think we needed this because I feel like we're probably too complacent. And I remember Rice said somewhere as well. I forgot what game it was after, but he was like, I think the interview asked like, "Oh, you guys like basically, essentially, you guys feel like the champions already. How you feel?" He's like, "We need to take things one game at a time." Compared to last season when we thought already had it, and obviously things didn't happen for us in the season before. He was like, "We can't just assume the league's already done. We need to take every game like." You know, the league is still far away from us. You know what I'm saying? As it is as well.
100%.
And I can see by his reaction after that, he could tell like the team's not really all the way there mentally. And I saw Arteta gave the team 2 days off after having them train yesterday.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be a case of fatigue, whether physical or mental, but I feel like this should be the kick up the butt. We're just like, okay, they're not really safe until, you know, the league's in your hands, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think maybe in January you might need to address a few things? Or?
In terms of like transfers and whatnot?
Yeah.
Maybe, because the injuries are piling up. It's no secret. So potentially, I'll probably, if anything, maybe somewhere in the midfield or defense area, I'd say maybe just add, even if it's like a little loan spell.
Or maybe even just the senior figure. Like I know a lot of people talk about Chelsea and not having senior players and not being able to get over the line in terms of whatever, X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, But I feel like in terms of Arsenal, and I might get slated for this, I'm not sure. But in terms of Arsenal, I don't feel like they have a lot of figures at the club who have been there and won it. And I know where it takes. Because you have an Erdegaard who was in and around it at Real Madrid, but was never a part of it at Real Madrid. Rice, who won the Conference League at West Ham, but again, not the highest level competition. So you can't really take much from that.
Yeah.
You look around at the rest of the squad.
I guess Havertz, he's won the Champions League.
Havertz won the Champions League at Chelsea, 100%. He's one that you could look at for that. But he came in, and it was a weird Chelsea side to have won it. And in that Chelsea side, there were guys who had already achieved big things in the game. Thiago Silva, N'Golo Kante. Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
Guys who had already won a lot, and a lot of the core of the team was still the team that had been producing with Tuchel, Conte, and these sort of guys. You know what I mean? You had the ASP still there. You had, you know what I mean? Got a couple guys. So I don't know. With Arsenal, look at the squad. There's not really anyone there that you'd say has been there and done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would you? I'm actually thinking that. You know what I mean? Is that? What do you think of that point? Do you guys think that's a bit of an nothing?
No, I mean,
point?
it's
Does
valid.
it matter? Do you think it's something that you need in the team? How do you feel about that?
I don't think it matters 100%, but I feel like an element of it does help because to have someone that's reached those heights and those limits, to have pieces of advice and gems for them in training.
It's so that when you hear it,
Exactly.
you know it's facts.
Exactly.
But if you're in training like you're Lewis Kelly, right, and like you listening to Havertz talk to you, it's not the same as you listening to like a you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, I know.
That one figure where you're like, rah, like he's been there, he's done it.
But I guess you could say like a Saka, for example. He's been to 2 national finals.
Yes.
So I guess someone like him could be a piece of advice as well.
Yeah.
Came up through the academy, won the armband a few times as well when other guys on the bench. I guess
as a counterpoint to that, it might be banter. I mean, if people take it for banter, you went to 2 finals, you lost both.
Yeah.
You missed the penalty at 1. Let down the nation. I'm joking. I'm trolling. But yeah, man. Arsenal. Listen, I think Arsenal are a great side. I really hope it stays this tight because it's really still tight. Like
It's very 5 points is nothing.
nah, man. And over this busy period, obviously it's going to be tougher still. You guys have got some tougher fixtures coming up. Everton away is not easy. However, they are losing Iliman Ndiaye and Ghana Gay. So it's not going to be easy for them. Iliman Ndiaye is a fantastic footballer, man.
Everton
He's
fans
so good.
are gonna clip me off and hate this, but enjoying whilst you still have him because honestly, it's been a long time that I've rated a player
Speaking
in
of
that
that,
blue
actually,
shirt.
wait, because we might have something to say about that. You see Reece James talking to Iliman
Yeah, I
Ndiaye after the
did.
game.
I saw a little.
Yeah,
A lot under the shirt, like
yeah, little like you know. And he was like, "Yo,
man.
come here, man."
Oh, he would.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I
and it's
saw that.
he's that kind of guy that we need in terms of like a winger who can take man on and can properly create things in that tight spaces. So we'll see what happens with Ndiaye. But yeah, man, Arsenal 2-1. You won the game. Survived the scare, but it should have never been that tight, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it was. I was so happy, to be honest, as a separate talking point, because in this game, you have Ben White,
Yeah.
and so basically my FPL team this week, I free hit, I free hit, and on the free hit, I originally had Hincapié and Timber, and on the last minute when I made the change to take out a certain someone for a certain someone that I was telling you about earlier, this another change that I made at the same time was I was like, you know what, a lot of people own Timber, a lot of people own Hincapié. I'm gonna go for two guys who maybe people don't own as much, but I feel like they could get attacking returns.
Yeah.
So I went for Ben White
Same.
and Lewis Skelly.
Oh no.
So what happens? Ben White goes down injured, and Lewis Skelly is coming on the pitch, right? And I see Ben White's gone down 27th minute, something like that. 28th minute, I see Lewis Skelly getting ready. And bear in mind, in the Premier League, you have to play 60 minutes to get clean sheet points.
Exactly.
So if he wasn't on the pitch by 30th minute, he wasn't getting any of the clean sheet points. He steps onto the pitch, 30 minutes and 1 second.
I've felt that pain before.
So I was sat
I felt
there.
that
I
pain
was sat
before.
there depressed, innit? I was just there like, nothing's going my way now. Like it's done. It's
hit
fucked.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. So my head was on Mars. So the way I celebrated that Wolves goal, because that meant no one got a clean sheet.
I'm leaving it with Son.
Exactly, bro. I was even singing. I was like, if I can't have you, nobody can. Bro, I was so gassed.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's everything we've got for the Arsenal Wolves game. Going into our next game of the weekend, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 3. Man,
Wow.
we was talking about this as well, bro. It wasn't a 3-0 game.
No.
It just didn't feel like a 3-0 game. If you guys watched it, what did you think?
Yeah, Palace again. They just can't help but impress me every time. I felt like that was a game where, on another day, they get goals. Maybe they don't win the game. But then, if you look at the timing of some of their chances,
Exactly, that Pino chance
Yeah.
on when he hit the crossbar. If that goes in, it's a very different game, in my opinion.
For sure.
But yeah, that first goal for City, what quality!
Yeah.
The whip from Nunes, absolute pinpoint
He's having a
delivery.
great season as well, actually.
He is, but he comes in and out. Do you know what I mean? He's not always there, which is a bit. It's like the Guardiola thing, innit? He likes to just. But when he's there, he plays really well, and he put in an absolute blinder of a ball, and Haaland just rose above everyone with his huge head.
He's free.
Bang! Just thunder fucked it into the corner.
it's like a star jump of
Yeah.
It is incredible, bro. It was incredible.
I thought
Great
the header
finish.
was much better than the cross.
Yeah.
I'm almost now questioning if I was too harsh on the cross, because I thought the cross was good, but Haaland's header I felt like made it a great
it
assist.
faded in. Wow, perfectly, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But yeah, a brilliant header as well from Haaland. Take nothing away from the finish. It's fantastic finish, bro. Honestly, so good. And then after that goal, you just felt like Palace maybe started to open up a bit more in terms of like trying to come out a bit and trying to go and attack more. And then the second goal comes from Phil Foden. Brilliant piece of play from him. Gets the ball on the turn. Brilliant touch to set it for himself, and he had all the space in the world to just drill it into the bottom corner. Great finish from him. A man on form, man. He's been flying now.
Yeah.
How many games in a row he's been scoring? 4 game weeks in a row.
10 GNA in his last 6 games.
Wow. 10 goals assists last 6 games, man. This guy's the ultimate purple patch merchant, isn't he? Over the last couple seasons, to be fair. Even last season, he had a couple games where he would just 2-3 games in a row where he'd just be scoring. So I'm looking. Hopefully we can see that carry on. Like if Chelsea was up there challenging this year, I'd be saying I hope it stops. But Phil, keep going, my boy. But yeah, and then the last goal was a penalty, well taken penalty from Haaland. Penalty all day long, not much controversy with it, and he just dispatched of it. 3-0 City. City at the minute, man, they're not making any headlines. They're just collecting points.
I don't know. I feel like maybe the Arsenal fan base seem to be nervous, and to me, obviously, supporting the club,
nervous.
supporting the club that's not.
Show me who you are.
Show me.
Oh my days.
No, sorry, that just comes to mind. I just had to play it out. I'm in a funny mood today.
So yeah, obviously supporting a club that's not in the title race this season. I feel like with Man City. Man City, every time I think Man City are there, they do have a performance that makes my opinion of them come crashing back down to earth. So, if I'm being honest, I still think Arsenal are the team to beat. I don't think Arsenal are going to let this one go without a fight. January will be interesting because Man City didn't go crazy in the summer window, in my opinion. Obviously, they spent a lot in January of last season. So, I'll be honest, I'll be quite keen to see if Man City can close it out because I don't expect Arsenal to make signings in January. I felt like you guys did go kind of all in the summer, and I gotta give Arsenal credit to that because I think going into the last few weeks, it didn't look like maybe Arsenal had everything. Then by the time it ended, it was like, yep, impressive window. But Man City, the way they're playing, there's something about them. You can never write them off, but I don't think they're there yet. I still think they needed a bit more time. Because, like I say, up until a month ago, I don't think Man City did have this range of options that we've been seeing now. Where everyone can get goals and things like that. I feel like Turkey's been playing really well, but Savinho and Doku, I think Doku's actually had a pretty good season. But those guys, they in my opinion, they don't score enough.
Yeah,
and to have the title. Okay, you're going to have Haaland scoring goals. It looks like Foden's going to pick up some goals, but Reinders isn't scoring much. Turkey could add more goals to his game. I still think they need more goal-scoring options. And obviously, Haaland, if he's not in the team, who plays the 9 position?
Yeah, that's a
and
big
scores
miss.
the goal.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
I
to
agree,
me-
100%.
so
Yeah,
to me,
'Cause
that-
it is a big if though as well because he's been fit and raring the whole season. So like with him as well, he doesn't really usually get injuries.
Yeah.
We've seen that City. He's been mostly fit a lot of the seasons he's been there. If they can keep him fit, then bro, they've got one of the best players in the league at the minute, man.
I guess he could play Marmoush there if worse comes to worse.
Marmoush.
Or like a
you
false
forget
nine.
we're basically at January now as well.
Yeah,
So if they do want to pick up someone, they definitely can. Julian Alvarez, I felt like was the perfect profile.
Yeah, I'm
but
surprised
He
it worked
again,
out.
he was a lot of money to turn down. Do you know what I mean? From Atletico Madrid, and he's showing now still that he's a quality player. But yeah, Man City, they're just doing their job quietly in the background, plodding along.
As they do, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they need to be doing. To be fair, they're still not there. Still 5 points off, which again, 2 games, and they've got some tough fixtures coming up as well. So, listen, it's game on. It's game on, man. It's nothing to write about this week, but next week is going to be again. They're going to be there waiting. It's interesting to see as well, like especially when Arsenal play first, City play second, City play first, Arsenal play second. Those sort of things. See what kind of reaction it has, what kind of influence it has on the other team and what when they're doing, when they're playing, and things like that. So we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, moving into our next game, I know Will's going to be very happy about this one. Liverpool 2, Brighton 0. Liverpool back to winning
Come
ways. Solid defensively. Controlled in midfield.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you lost someone in this game, Schloboslai, which I feel like if he doesn't come back will be a very big loss. Depends how long he's out for. Have they updated yet or no?
I've not heard any news that he's going to be out for an extended period of time, but actually, to be fair, I think the injury we did get in this game was Joe Gomez in particular. He's the one who,
early on.
He had to come off quite early.
Yeah, he did well as
And-
well because playing at right back, he got the assist for the first Ekatike goal, which was a great finish, to be honest.
Goodness.
It's one of them ones there where keeper can't react because it's just so quick and right above him. He just can't react to get his hands to it, and he just laced it perfectly,
touch,
cut across the
like,
touch as well, swivel,
set himself up.
bang. He's a striker, man.
Yeah.
There's no, in my opinion, there's no question. It was unfair that he got dropped earlier in the season
Very,
as well.
Totally.
And I
totally.
think right now there's no question. I think Isak has the right bench.
Yeah. And it's just funny because I know he's going to try and fight for his position, but Ekatike, the form of his
Yeah, well,
life.
that's a good thing to have though. Because
I mean,
again,
yeah.
if your 70 mil striker's taking the pressure off the 150 mil guy, whatever how much it was, if he's taking off the pressure from him, it's a good way to be because Isak will definitely come good. He's a Premier League proven striker, and he's so good technically as well.
He is, yeah.
Where I don't know, maybe you know what? Yeah, I say Premier proven, but some guys at certain clubs they just don't click.
Replicate, yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Isak is the type of guy who just won't click. But in my opinion, I feel like he will. But having Ekatike there can only be a good thing for Liverpool, don't you think?
Yeah.
For sure. Because I was always of the opinion very early on. I'd seen enough of Ekatike, not so much in pre-season, but from the
I mean, I
community.
wanted
shield
him so much in the
Same.
summer.
onwards.
I wanted him so much.
Teta actually was a fan of him as well. before you went for your choice as
because
well?
I just didn't watch him much last season at Frankfurt. I know he had goals. I did a video talking about him and going into his stats. And I think I probably spoke about this in one of the early episodes was he underperformed his XG quite a lot in the Bundesliga. So he didn't score a ton of goals.
Yeah.
I think he had just over 20 goals all comps. I think double-digit assists. So pretty good GNA, and he was doing his thing in Europa League as well for Frankfurt. But he didn't score a ton in the Bundesliga, and I felt like
I feel like the type of chances that he's been getting have been different than in the Bundesliga. In the Bundesliga, a lot of the types of chances he'd be getting is he's running in on goal.
he creates a lot of his chances.
Exactly.
You get it?
Yeah.
So he'd be in Bundesliga, he's running in on goal, and it's a lot harder to score those ones than I feel like the ones where he's getting now at Liverpool, where he just needs to turn and shoot a lot of the time, or take a touch out and finish, or take a touch out, play it with someone, come back and finish. He's a lot more closer to the box now than he was when he's playing for a Frankfurt, where he'd be starting a bit deeper and there's long balls coming in because there's such a high line in the Bundesliga. People play, there's so much more space in that area. So I feel like having chances close to goal and not running in on goal a lot more is helping him. Don't you feel like?
Yeah, I think for sure. But I do still feel like he gets chances in a game where he picks up the ball a bit deeper and he runs at defense.
He's so good at that as well.
And I'll be honest, man, Hugo Ekitike, man, he looks like the truth.
Yeah.
You know, in the summer where we saw loads of clubs get big name strikers.
He is the truth.
You know, price tag, like, I am so happy this guy plays for my club. And I'll be honest with you, for all the money Liverpool spent, you know, he definitely went under the radar because he wasn't the £100 million man in Florian Wirtz or deadline day getting Isak for a British record fee. You know, I think I felt for Ekitike a bit because it seemed like it was a bit of a Liverpool-Newcastle clashing where Ekitike was supposedly Newcastle's number one target.
Yeah, how greedy.
Yeah.
We said, it's either you give us Isak or you take your target.
Yeah.
Potentially we'll have both.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
and it ended up playing like that. But the way with Ekitike, I think just from the first few games alone, the types of goals he was scoring, I was sold in immediately. Like, this is not someone who I feel like, with all due respect, I'm not even one of the Liverpool fans that, you know, loves bashing this guy. He's one of everyone's favourite scapegoat amongst the fan base. But I'm not someone who I think Gakpo benches Ekitike. I would play Ekitike on the left before I'm playing Gakpo.
Oh,
on the left.
easily. Yeah.
And so when I was seeing Ekitike on the bench for so many games, I was even seeing some Liverpool fans saying, "Oh, look at the GNA, like Ekitike can't be all that." I says, "Mate, just watch the games." Ekitike is almost always at the heart of Liverpool doing something good. Even the penalty Liverpool got against Inter Milan in midweek, Ekitike is like just his inventive way of play, just lob through ball into Wirtz, just trying. He literally created that situation.
Yeah.
And he's always there, you know. And then
Well, he's great, and he's so inventive. He's a refreshing player to watch as well because he
refreshing
loves
is the
doing
right
those little like skills, tricks, flicks, and it all comes off. He doesn't do anything where it's overforced like a certain João Pedro. I don't really like. He's just trying to force things all the time. And it just comes naturally to him, man.
Yeah. And I'll go admit, even as a Pool fan, I've not had much to celebrate this season, but I do. It is nice though seeing how he seems to be the one Liverpool player that people are just like, you know what? As much as we like hating on Liverpool, we give grace to Ekitike. Like I feel like Ekitike has won a lot of admirers this season. A lot of people are looking at him thinking, listen, if for whatever reason Liverpool go with Isak, I think there's a lot of people that are banging on the door to take Ekitike off of Liverpool's hands. So I just hope, you know, regardless of, you know, let's see what happens in the World Cup, you know, he'll still be a Liverpool player in the future because I think his future is at Liverpool.
Yeah.
I'm sort of someone who I'm sort of promoting a two-striker formation. I just cannot. I don't know if maybe from next season onwards, but I just don't see why Isak or Ekitike should be on the bench. I would much rather we got another forward than to be their backups. Those two should not be backups to each other. I think they could do something amazing.
Definitely, and they're both very not similar, but they're both close enough in a way where they can interchange off of that. I feel like if you play one on the left and have one of them there with Wirtz on the right, and then it could be like that, like the free out of possession when you're pressing, but then when you get the ball, it will shift into more like that, where it's Wirtz just behind the two of them. Yeah. And they're both like a two-pronged attack. I feel like that's probably the best evolution way for you guys to go. I don't know what you see in it, but
I see something quite a bit more radical that Liverpool stop, which is quite jarring, but that Liverpool stop playing with wingers and that
it's
we
not going to
actually
be a
have
winger.
diamond.
Yeah,
midfield,
exactly. It will be a diamond midfield.
Yeah.
It's just off the ball. Wirtz will cover that right side more because I feel like that's more of an effective way of pressing and being in off the ball shape.
Yeah.
But definitely on the ball, it will be those two there. Wirtz at the top of the diamond, two midfielders there who I think should be Sloboslav and McAllister, and then Gravenberch at the base.
Yeah.
That right there, I think, can cause very, very serious issues. But again, it's one of those things, man. Prem managers, they don't seem to be experimenting a lot with different sort of shapes and things like that. They're a bit scared, they're a bit safe with things. Like,
I feel like I feel like we've kind of had that. I feel like that's a great point to bring up. I don't think a lot of managers are inventive with their formations, but Pep Guardiola is still, which is why I feel like he just seems like levels above everyone because he's still setting the trends with changing up his team, year after year, trying up new ideas. And I gotta say, with I'd love a bit more that at Liverpool. I feel like we've been only changing up out of desperation rather than good planning, in my opinion, and that's been quite frustrating. And I do want to give a shout out to Mo Salah because he's had quite a tumultuous week in general. Even from the last time we've had our pod recording, where Jamie Carragher and him having not so much a back and forth, just more of a Jamie Carragher and people's opinions on it. A bit more of a back and forth. And then, Salah totally not even in the match they scored for the Champions League game. And then all of a sudden, a meeting a day before the game between him and the manager allows for him to at least have a chance to play. And then Gomez is injured, who's playing right back, and then Salah comes on so early. So he gets a chance to get involvement, got the assist for Katika's second goal. And I do wonder, I'm quite worried, if I've just now seen the last game of Mo Salah at Liverpool, but luckily because he has featured in this game and it didn't become another talking point of him not coming on.
It was a good performance as well.
I think his best Liverpool performance for ages actually.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a chance he doesn't go. But what do you guys think? Do you think?
It seems like they spoke about things.
Yeah.
It seems like they cleared things up. And I think a player of his caliber.
But what has been cleared?
I don't know what's been cleared, but in my opinion, Salah shouldn't be scapegoated the way he was being scapegoated. Exactly. I feel like he was right to come out and say his piece. Yeah. Maybe not right to come out and say it to the media. I don't know. Maybe he should have kept it internally, but he was right to say what he felt on his mind regardless. Mm-hmm. I feel like he got that out and Slot maybe said whatever he needed to say to him in private or whatever it may be. Maybe they didn't say anything. But the fact that it got out and Salah was able to get it out of his mind and stop have it lamented in his own thoughts, I think that helped him a lot to just have it out. And he was just like, he came out and the reaction for the Liverpool fans as well, for them to just sing in Mo Salah, that right there, that I feel like that made him realise what actually matters in that moment. And that's what was able to get the best out of him, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because it's hard, bro. As a human, he's a human. Do you know what I mean? Like we all forget sometimes these players, bro. They've got emotions, they've got thoughts, they've got feelings, they've got doubts. Do you know what I mean? He was probably down himself, which is crazy. Like Mo Salah, imagine how many goals year after year after year. You start to doubt yourself, thinking maybe I'm not good enough. The coach is not seeing something in me.
I actually see that very differently. I see Salah talking to the media as way more tactical and something that's like a little bit in line with something he's done before. I remember last season,
I remember
his
that
contract was going down.
Yeah.
He did a similar thing, mixed media zone,
But
giving random interviews.
it helped. It helped you guys in general. I feel like at the end of the day, he wants to stay at Liverpool. Oh, yeah. It's a good thing.
I think so as well.
I do think
it's inherently good. Even if he does the whatever, going to the media, tactical, it can be tactical. Because clubs do tactical things to get rid of players all the time. No one calls them out on it. Look at Raheem Sterling right now.
Oh, yeah. Awful.
Disassi.
Yeah.
Other clubs have players like that as well. When it was at United, what was it before? Schneiderlin. Not Schneiderlin. Probably him as well. Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
Made to train with the under-18s. Not allowed to come into the main team building. Clubs can do that to players. A player can't have an interview for a second talking about how he feels.
Aubameyang.
Come off it, man. Come off it. There's way too much of this fall in line, sharp and dribble type stuff in football, bro. And it's not the case. It should never be the case. No. If Salah wants to say what he wants to say, go on and say whatever the hell you want, blood clot say. Yeah? Unless it's an interview where he's saying, I want to go back to Inter Milan.
Yeah, like
I was this close.
No, but that's different though.
Of course it's different.
Because he's saying actively, I'm not happy here, I want to go to another team. Not even that he's not happy. There was nothing wrong at that moment in time. He just completely just fully self-imploded, which is a completely different situation. But when you're a player who's been at a club for that many years, and you feel like there's something a bit sinister going on behind the scenes, bro, come out and say whatever the hell you want. Blood clot say.
And I genuinely think he came out because being one of your most tenured players, you know, probably one of your best players in history as well. If he's coming out into the media to speak about something, then it's probably because he's not being heard behind the scenes.
Exactly. Yeah,
So I feel like
there's some
this is
frustration
only
there.
form
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
actually, you know, being able to, you know, speak his mind.
Exactly.
And come out freely. And of course, it was controversial, but I feel like I agree with Abs in the sense of I don't think every player should just fall in line and just, you know, be boss and just you know, say nothing.
But yeah.
But that's exactly why I say it's tactical, because if you deep it, he's going. I think today, at the time of recording, he'll be going off to AFCON today. So in this game against Leeds, where he doesn't, before, it
was Leeds.
Yeah, he played against Leeds. Hasn't come on. He's only got one more Premier League game before AFCON. Supposedly, you know, let's just say allegedly or rumors, you know, people in the background in his mind, he's thinking, I think someone wants me out. He's thinking the next Premier League game, I might not play as well.
Yeah.
So he's probably thinking, if I don't take this opportunity now to speak,
He won't ever be able to speak. Yeah.
Then
I agree. I
won't.
didn't say he's not. I'm saying he's allowed to be tactical. I agree. I agree the fact that it's tactical, 100%. He's allowed to be tactical, man.
Yeah. And he was an unused sub against West Ham as well. I think
Yeah,
sometimes people forget.
yeah.
That's 2 of the 3 games.
Exactly.
where he played
And
like
those
45
games, they
minutes
didn't. It's not like you guys won those games as well. Do you know what
Could
I'm
have
saying?
eaten
So-
against West Ham. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, man, we'll leave that where that is and go into our last big six game of the weekend. Spurs.
Well.
Of course, they have to be the only team.
Big six.
I mean, United are still playing right now, so technically United as well. But they're 1-0 up against Bournemouth.
Oh,
for
wow.
a minute.
He scored?
Ahmad Diallo.
Oh.
fine.
Last game before he heads off for AFCON as well. They're going to be in a bit of trouble with Diallo and then Burma gone. Yee. But anyways, Nottingham Forest 3, Tottenham 0. Fantastic result for Forest.
Yeah.
Great performance. Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Wow.
He's been out injured for a lot of this season. He's been injured in terms of since that Achilles injury he had at Chelsea. He's not been the same player. But even last season with Forest, the goals he scored a fantastic goal against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Unbelievable goal against Liverpool. One of the first games of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Early on in the season.
The one that winner against us at Anfield. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
It
And,
set the tone for the rest of his season, actually.
Yeah. No, he's been really quietly good, and I feel like he lost a lot of pace with that Achilles injury, and he's had to adapt his game now to become a bit of a different player, a bit of more of like a creative playmaking winger rather than a direct, pacey one-on-one winger, which he was. So hard that injury there, bro. A lot of people don't ever play football again from that injury.
Kobe
man.
was never the same after the Achilles.
Yeah,
It's a different
man.
sport, but
it's
that's a
sad.
noble one as
It's
well.
so sad, isn't it? But bro, the guy has got technical ability for days, and the ability he has to whip a ball into a corner to find those balls. I know it was a cross, maybe he didn't mean it, but that was a fantastic goal.
Yeah.
He was in the right position for his first one. Mate, Sangare as well, that goal was unbelievable. Absolutely crushed
Walloped
it.
that one.
Yeah. And he got 2, so it was just those 2 who got all 3 goals basically. It was 2 assists from Sangare and a goal, and 2 goals and an assist for Hudson-Odoi. So it was a funny little one there, man. But Spurs, man, Spurs completely undone. And again, more questions being asked now of the gaffer, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I think it's just an overhaul's needed in the team. I don't think it's just a managerial shift. It's
They have
deep
good
at the
players,
core.
though, man. They have good players, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of goes back to like what we were saying about Arsenal. I know it's different teams and different trajectories, but it's like they don't have any players that have been there that are like, you know, we've won this, we've gone so far ahead in like, you know, in our careers to bring a piece of advice.
They've got World Cup winner there, man. Coutinho.
True.
And he's a leader, man.
He is.
They had players there previously who were top quality. Son was there last year. They finished wherever they finished, but they still managed to win a Europa League trophy, which is a big trophy for them, 100%. I think with them, they have probably the worst midfield out of any one of the top sides.
Yeah.
Bentancur, Palhinha, bro, there's no build-up there. There's no build-up.
At all.
You ask one of those guys to pick the ball up, back facing towards the rest of the midfield, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
So they either need to find a different way of playing, or they have to find that defensive midfielder who can come and pick up the ball, who I think was Bergvall. But they want to play him in a much higher, much more advanced position. I think Bergvall, as one of those sixes, coming in and picking up the ball and helping play out of the back, that'll be a lot more helpful for these guys. because they lose the ball so much.
Yeah, the retention is
so much. And Danso, you just press him, he's giving you the ball 20 times out of 20.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking, bro. It's bad, but
I do think one saving grace for Spurs is that quite really from the get-go, since Frank has been there, he's just not had even one time had his strongest 11 available. You've seen Kulusevski and James Maddison with long-term injuries. Dominic Solanke has not really been available.
But they did cover that. They went and they bought Kudus. Not Kudus. They went and they bought Kudus and Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
So those were two very
Marquee
covers for Kulusevski and Maddison.
I'm a fan of Maddison's game, but because he's so injury-prone, I'd say ideally I would like to have seen the creative force with those two. Let's say if they're up and firing with Kulusevski, because I do rate Kulusevski as a player. And then, just arguably just the best number 9 they have available, I would still say Solanke. So just half of that alone, they've not been available. And then you look at the guys that they've got coming in, Sarr and Gray, they're just young. I think Sarr's a good talent, but they are young.
Gray is a good player. I feel like they need he could be a solution for them. Just let him learn on the pitch, because it's better. In my opinion, it's better than whatever the hell Bentancur is giving you. Let him learn on the pitch.
Yeah, but it seems like they like to play him out of position a lot.
Yeah,
Demarai Gray.
That's
they like
what
to
I'm
play
saying.
him as a CB, and I don't see him as
exactly.
a CB
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
at
exactly.
all.
That's what I'm confused about as well with Frank. He's doing some Maresca things, playing guys in weird positions. So, yeah, man. Spurs exposed. Forest deserved every bit.
Vicario as well. I was gonna say, what's you guys' thoughts on him? Is he someone?
He's such an up and down guy, man. He will come and save 100 shots against Chelsea, and then you go play against these man and let in the next mad thing, bro. He's a weird guy, bro. I don't understand. Very strange goalkeeper. You need someone that's a lot more solid than that. I agree for sure. But again, he does have those moments where he's like 10 out of 10 in the game. It's very strange, man. How old is he? He seems like a young guy.
Yeah, probably 26 or 27. I think 27 years old.
Relatively young for a keeper. I mean, not that young, to be honest. He's older than Rob Sanchez.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? Sanchez 26.
Yeah, he's been about.
Bro, Raya's an old man, but Sanchez has been about, but he's a lot younger than you think he is, isn't it? Especially with that hairline.
I don't know if he went to Turkey. I don't know when I think I saw it was the Bournemouth.
Something came back in this. Needling. Sometimes I'm needling going on.
You had like you form. I hear it, man.
But yeah, we'll do a quick. We're running a bit over schedule at the minute. We'll do a quick Premier League, rest of the league roundup. Probably the most cracking game outside of the top 6 games. Fulham 3, Burnley 2. Up there with the other 3-2 as well.
It's a good game as well.
Some fantastic goals in this game. Harry Wilson on fire. Bro, 2 assists and a goal for Harry Wilson. That goal was fantastically taken. Ugochukwu got his goal early in the game to equalise, make it 1-1. Fantastic finish as well, around the keeper
good ball
there.
played into him as well.
Exactly, man. Yeah. And Burnley struggling defensively, but they showed me something in this game going forward, man.
Yeah.
Some glimpses of stuff. What do you guys think in general? We'll do a quick one in this one.
Yeah, I feel like Scott Parker, I feel like he motivated his team well, and he set them out pretty well. I feel like Burnley in general, even though they've not been getting the results,
they're a lot better than other teams, in my opinion.
They're a lot better than they were under Company, in my opinion.
For sure, 100%.
And Company was getting all this rave reviews like,
he got signed to flipping Dortmund, bro.
I mean,
sorry, he went to Bayern.
Yeah, and I'll say fair play what he's been doing this season. He's been getting Bayern cooking, particularly this season. But this whole thing with the style of play thing, I think even probably Company good ID, but the way that Parker has now learned after some really strange times with different teams
in
before.
The Prem, Bournemouth, Fulham.
He's already been at Fulham before, and like I said, Bournemouth. But now Burnley, he's actually. I don't know. I don't think they'll stay up, but I don't think they're gonna go down in a particularly disgusting manner.
Fashion.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Our next cracking game of the weekend: Sunderland 1, Newcastle 0. Wow! I watched every minute of this. This was a fight. This wasn't a full match. This was a fight on the pitch, like full-blooded tackles from minute 1. I think Dan Burn got walloped by Robbie, was it? And that just set the tone. They were everywhere, Sunderland. They were first to every second ball, every 50-50.
Yeah, they didn't look like losing at any point in that game.
No, at any point. And Newcastle didn't look like winning at any point, which was very shocking, given the fact that they're in a derby and they are the team that they're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
They're the team that has everything to lose in that derby in terms of they're the ones that should be winning that match.
They've probably never been well off. Not never, but they've not been more well off going into a Wear-Tyne derby in like 2 decades.
Yeah, exactly. They were so far behind it.
honestly. But
like so far. But again,
Sunderland in much better
credit
form.
credit to Sunderland, much better form, much better overall team right now, in my opinion, in terms of the way that they're playing and how they're playing to their strengths. I think Eddie Howe's, man, he makes some weird decisions sometimes, man. Very strange decisions. Even in this game, again, 50 minutes, taking off Gordon, taking off Automata, bringing on these other guys. He changes things.
Pretty reactive.
He's too reactive, in my opinion. I feel like you need to have your best players on the pitch at all times, especially in the games where it's going to be tougher. It's a game that you need those guys who could produce a moment of quality. Gordon maybe not had the best season, but he can produce a moment of quality. We've seen it.
Yeah.
He can whip something in. He can score a great goal from distance. He's got it in him to do some things. Taking him off, fair enough, man. Didn't help my FPL either. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, massive result in the Northeast. Big bragging rights, and yeah, man. Very happy for Sunderland. Again, beginning of the season, I was here. What did I say early in the season? I was saying I'm very, very confident of Sunderland's chances of staying up. Because I thought they recruited really well. I thought they recruited so well. We'll put the clip in of me saying all this stuff soon. I chat a lot about things I got right, but I'll start backing up with evidence as well, bruv. Sunderland, man. I rate Sunderland highly, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
quality.
Moving into this was the second cracking game, I'd say. It was Burnley-Fulham, which was a great game. I watched that game, it was good. This game as well was a funny game to watch. West Ham 2, Aston Villa 3.
I thought, finally.
Yeah, funny game to watch. I thought Villa got done as well, yeah, man. Yeah. West Ham were looking good, man. West Ham were good. Again, Nuno's doing his job, man. Nuno's doing his job. I think West Ham fans are happy with these type of losses.
Exactly.
Where your team's played well, they've given everything they can, and they're undone by 2 moments of brilliant quality from Morgan Rogers.
Jesus.
I said it before on the pod just a couple of weeks ago. Morgan Rogers is taking over as the man at Villa now. You know? Yeah, I think it's
Watkins did well to get the assist for the first. It was an own goal. But he did well to manufacture that. He's starting to get into it a bit, but definitely Rogers is the main man.
I will have to say this as well. When he did win the PFA Young Player of the Year, I think it was
last season.
Last season, yeah.
Just season. MLS was nominated out. I did expect it to be him, and when he won it, I was a bit like, fair enough. You know?
I agree with you on that.
I was very,
really
surprised.
But
this season he shut me up.
Lewis Smelly?
I thought he was cold last
I
season.
think it's one of the best.
No, I'm joking. He was good.
But,
and to be fair, that's what I'm thinking.
Rogers,
that's why I brought him in on my 3 here. I thought he's really good, and I thought if he's playing, then whatever. But yeah. Oh, nice. We'll get into that in a second, literally in a second. Because right now, we're going to our last game of the weekend. Guys, if you're still here, you're still listening, please comment, please like, please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We just hit 50. We need more. Yeah. We need 100. We need 1,000. We need 100,000 after that. Then a milli. With the killy. But yeah, man. Brentford 1, Leeds 1 was the last game of our weekend, man. And, pissed me off. Because I'm watching this game just for Collins, right? I've got Collins in my FPL. I'm just watching it for Collins. Brentford not really doing much. Leeds not really doing much. Bit of a nothing game, right? First half, though, Dango goes down for a penalty. Turns out he's in an offside position, so it's not a penalty. He was going to get his customary assist for winning the penalty, and Thiago was going to get his customary penalty goal for the 17th time this season. However many penalties he's got, right? So I was thinking, cool, whatever. A bit boring, bit of a nothing game here, to be honest. Leeds aren't really giving it much. Brentford are just dominating. Basically, the whole game, Brentford were just putting balls into the box, long throws. I almost fell asleep halfway through. Like it wasn't a great watch. Until later on, Brentford get their goal, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool. They got their goal now. They're gonna see out the game, right? Then I see that the coach makes a defensive sub. Brings on a centre back, goes to a 5. In my head, I was like, no, not at home, not against Leeds. Like, I get it against other teams, not against Leeds. And then they sat back to try to absorb the pressure. Brilliant cross, great header from Calvert-Lewin, 1-1. And that's all your efforts gone. And my clean sheet for Collins, gone. So thank you very much. What's his name? Rob Edwards, not Rob Edwards. Irish guy, bruv. What's his name, bro?
Oh no!
Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Brentford manager, you piece of shit. Yeah. New Thomas Frank, bro. Just call him Thomas Frank, bro. He looks like Thomas Frank as well. dead guy, man. So
I believe he
yeah,
was
it
a
costed
set
me.
piece coach with.
He was the set piece coach. Yeah, yeah.
Because
He
I was
was the
wondering why
set
I'd
piece coach
never
last
seen or
season.
heard of him.
No, man, he's done really well this season. To be fair, credit to them 100% because, bro, at the beginning of the season, a lot of
It was looking
people,
dark.
yeah, a lot of people were saying, look, these guys are going to be so lucky if they survive. And yeah, man, Keith Andrews,
Yes.
Keith Andrews, piece of shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's it for our FPL roundup, guys. Another great weekend of action, and now we will get into our FPL corner. And I feel like I have to start this one.
Yeah,
because
you gotta
I free hit this week, guys. My thing will be up on the screen right now. I've still got Bruno playing at the minute. But yeah, free hit this week.
Yep.
Currently on 73 points, which is a good week. I can't say it's a bad week at all. But when you guys see the team, you will know why I'm annoyed. Yeah. Ben White, Lewis Kelly in the back line, both with 1 point. We know what happened there, the incident. I spoke about it earlier. Absolutely abominable. And even if I had the other two, I would have gotten maybe 2 points more. So I'm not too stressed with that. The biggest talking point in my team, however, is I had another team before this that I had Phil Foden and Haaland in. In the last second, I took out Phil Foden and I brought in Anthony Gordon.
Oh no!
Just on a punt, just on the like, you know what? Yeah, let me be a genius. Let me be smarter than everyone else. And I thought it's just a last second. You know, like you don't really put too much thought into it. I was just like switch it out, and then Gordon 1 pointer, Foden 12 pointer. That extra 11 points would have made me feel a lot better with my free hit because it's a chip. Like I feel like I can't really claim too much on this apart from the Wilson 16 pointer. I had Harry Wilson in there. Like apart from that, I can't claim too much in this, man. I had Chalobah on the bench as well. We got a 9 pointer. Watkins with a 5 pointer on the bench as well.
Wow.
Like I was close. I was so close for it to be a perfect free hit, but I feel like I overdid it. I did a Pep Guardiola in the Champions League final against Chelsea. Yeah, I did a Pep, bro. I overthought it. And yeah, it bit me in the bum hard. So 73 points all out. I had Ekatike, 13 points. Wilson, 16. Saka, captain. Palmer in there. Gordon with a 1 point. Thiago with 2. Everyone owns Thiago at this moment in time. But yeah, man, I was, after that Saturday, like the Saturday, imagine you see Sanchez, clean sheet. Wilson 16 pointer, Ekatike 13 pointer, Saka 11. Like I'm looking at it thinking, yo, this could be 100 points, yeah. Bruv, then the whole defensive situation happens with the Arsenal boys. Pain, even though I've got Chalobah right there, who I wanted to play, but I just felt, you know, when you're a Chelsea fan, like when you support your own team, yeah, you know, it's just like you don't want to feel double pain, and it would have been triple pain because I've already got Rob Sanchez. Just as I look up, Antoine Semenyo has just scored for Manchester.
Boy,
Have you got in your team?
I just took this guy out.
I don't.
everyone-
But I'm
everyone's
just happy.
just-
I'm just happy for United purposes, just slander. But
I've just taken him out my team.
Antoine Semenyo has just scored.
Oh,
Speaking of FPL,
Non-stop,
but
man.
yeah, man, it is sad.
game on though. I can imagine it's probably gonna be a cracker.
Game on, but yeah, that was my team. Not very happy to be honest with the free hit. I feel like I should have done more. A lot of people be looking at me like, "What you done? It's a great score, 73 points." I don't feel like it's a great score because I could have done that much better. And there's more points on my bench. Like I could have just played Chalobah. But as I was saying, the thing with having two of your own players in your team, I've got Palmer. I knew Palmer would score, but I have Sanchez, and I didn't want to have two Chelsea defenders because if that gets wiped, then it's just double pain. Do you know what I mean? And I would have just been so annoyed. But again, I should have had the feeling. Oh, great finish with his right foot into the bottom corner, by the way, posting in. Wow. Good finish from Semenyo. But yeah,
Good for him.
that's my team. Yeah. Not the best, definitely not the worst. But yeah, man, I feel like I kind of missed out on a big opportunity there. Massive opportunity to go up ahead. Like even if I just kept Foden, it would have been a lot better. But hey, these things happen, man. FPL isn't real life. You know what I mean? You gotta just take it on the chin and move on, man.
No, genuinely.
But yeah, Alvin, man, take us through your team, bro.
Yeah, so similar kind of feeling towards you. Like I had 72 points in total. You see my team up here now.
Nice.
But yeah, great returns for the most part. But me and my trying to be alternative thoughts. I had Haaland and Thiago, and jolly old me was thinking, you know what? I think Thiago's got a plan for me against Leeds.
Captain him.
Oh, lo and behold, for me to see Haaland score 2 against City.
That's
It's
so
not the
crazy.
one.
Against Palace, sorry.
Backing against Haaland is not the one, is it?
Yeah, so literally, the weeks I do back him, he just doesn't give me anything. I'm sensing a theme now. But luckily you had Foden, Saka.
See, look at your team. Your team's the same points as me, and I free hit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I should not have been anywhere near anybody's scores with a free hit, bro. I feel like I just wasted the
I
chip.
don't think free hit is as OP as it's
It
made
is
out
that OP, bro, because you could choose whatever team you want. You could choose any team you want for a week. You choose the whole team. You get 3 chances for the whole week. You can choose anyone. Like, what? Damn. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Wow, he's got Chalobah in there.
Yeah.
O'Reilly.
Yeah. Again, I thought the same as you. White, I thought surely, get at least an assist because obviously him and Saka have a great overlap chemistry there. Cash, I thought maybe would have did a little sign, but then obviously, conceded 2 goals. But yeah, and Buemo, I was a bit worried about him because of AFCON, but obviously he's playing today. But yeah, only I guess I could have put Vicario in because he got 2. The Brafka only got 1.
Nah, but yeah, you're good there, bro.
Other than that, just little nitpicky things. But other than that, pretty good week. But yeah, looking forward to
That's good. No, it's a great week, mate. I can't lie, it's a fantastic week. That's a fantastic week, bro.
No
Having
chip
Rodgers
as
in
well.
there as well,
no
no chip.
chip,
No,
yeah.
having Rodgers in there, that's brilliant. And Rodgers going to be fantastic for you going forward. And you're going to see
for
see quite a lot of price rises on him too. So well done, man. That's a good one. Will,
Yeah. So
what are you saying for this week, my boy?
I'm actually quite happy with how my teams have. I know last week I was quite mediocre, but the week before that was my best ever score. So I got back up to just those higher ones where I think I actually got less than you guys. So I got 68 points.
Still
with
very
a-
good.
with
Still
a-
very solid.
with a bench boost.
Yeah.
I've been stockpiling my chips, so I'm gonna go all in these next couple of weeks. I'm due to probably do my triple captain maybe next week, but I was actually the same as you guys as well. I opted against captaining Haaland for this one as well, and then I was quite lucky because had I captained Haaland, maybe I'd had a few more captain points, but I did captain Saka. Bizarre 2 assists given to him in that game.
Yeah.
And I'd Mukiele, and yes, this was one I've been dying to talk about because a number of guys who started for me who did next to nothing. But my last bench option, you guys have seen multiple times with me and defenders that I bench. If I bench a defender, they're in for a good haul. Mukiele, my last bench option was 9, but I used bench boost this week. I used bench boost this week, man.
Yeah.
So I got Mukiele.
Finally got his points. Yeah.
Literally, Van der Ven and Pickford. I got all those points there. So that's
Nice one, bro.
about
Nice
a combined 14 points on my bench, which massive difference to my team this week. And I'm actually quite happy with that, if I'm being honest with you. I did bring in Hugo Thiago, of course. He just didn't do his thing. Walter Marder is out my team as of this week.
Yeah.
So Menu, I just transferred him out. He's literally just scored like in real life just a few minutes ago. so jarring. I'm trying to think who else, because those 5 free transfers we got at the end of last week have been a godsend, honestly. And yeah, I think I've already now used a few of them that I left behind to now make transfers this week. So I'm looking to get in some Man City players, having a look at Wilson, Ekitike with Spurs defending the way they're playing, and hopefully he's not getting rotated out of the team. I'm quite keen to see next week. I feel like bringing those guys. I'm hoping for a big haul.
Yeah, I made all my 5 transfers already. My head was gone thinking of how good my team could have been with that free hit and the way that I self-sabotaged. Like, because it was so close. Like, I had those guys in my team already. Like, I've got another screenshot of the team I had. That was my team until I changed it at the last second. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Damn, bro. It was peak.
Damn, son.
Like, look, I would have been on 89 points with Bruno still playing. So that would have been, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would have been good. But now I'm seeing man with scores same as mine. I'm just like, what did I even gain? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for being here, for listening. That's us.
Yes.
Another week done. Game week 16 of the Shin Pad Podcast. 16 episodes, man. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. I've loved it so much. And it's been because of you guys. So take care of yourselves,
Thank you,
stay
everybody.
safe, and as always wear protection. Peace.